Hello, party people. This is Adam Tabera with PsychedelicInvest.com. I hope you guys are all having a wonderful start to your week. So, what we have for you guys this week is essentially the MindMed Chronicles. So, I've decided to spin off MindMed into its own like this whole MindMed saga into its own episodic series where I just cover MindMed. I feel like I wasn't able to talk about other companies in weekly extractions because every week there was something new coming out in regards to MindMed. MindMed is uh like the weirdest telenovela, like finance telenovela you'll ever see. I've never seen something like this before in my years of investing. I think I've seen stuff that's similar, but this is just really captivating and interesting, and just really interesting to be an observer as this is all unfolding. So I think it deserves its own series, and we're gonna put it there. We'll have the Freeman interviews there. We'll have any MindMed stuff will be there, and weekly extractions will be for any other all the other news coming out of the psychedelic sector relating to other companies, not MindMed. So with that said, let's jump into things. So MindMed announces a proposed public offering of common shares. So this was interesting considering that on May 16th, 2022, MindMed already announced an at-the-market offering. So the big differences between these two is in this MindMed offering, they basically say for up to how much money they will be able to dilute right there. For this one, there's no mention of that whatsoever. So that's actually, as an investor, if we don't get more information of regarding this public offering, that's kind of scary. It's just very scary. You need more information regarding what is this offering going to be? What is in terms of, okay, let's say do an at the market offering. Fine. For the current price, the share price right now. How much will you be diluting? Is it going to be 10 million? Is it going to be 20 million? It's like you want to know how much they're going to be diluting. So with the way this offering has been like this press release, you get none of that information. You get zero information, actually. Just that they're going to be diluting, or they're proposing this. So this is just, in terms of timing wise, this is just really not great for MindMed. I don't understand. I don't think MindMed is doing this. Like the people at MindMed they know what they're doing. I would love to believe, I like to believe they've hired some very competent people to work there who basically would understand the optics behind doing a public offering or proposing one. With all the tailwinds going on regarding MindMed right now. We have the Freemans in MindMed. We have everyone's questioning their intellectual property. There's just a whole lot of stuff coming out of the MindMed camp that is just like the bearish catalyst. They just reverse split as well. So this is just, the timing of this is very, very odd. So the speculation in the MindMed subreddit was that basically through regulatory action, the Freemans were able to delay this share offering, the one on May 16th. So that could very well be the reality. And some people were pointing to the whole no offering or sale of shares under the ATM program shall occur in Canada. Basically that the Freemen stopped this in Canada. So having this language in it would basically would prevent the Freemans from being able to take regulatory action against it. Both of these say the same thing. So they both say no distribution under a public offering shall occur in Canada. So I don't think that's it. I do think they're trying to circumvent, or this is more so something in reaction to the Freemans. It could possibly be since we don't have a limit for how much they're diluting here. And like I said, this is just wild speculation. I really have no idea what's going on. It could be that they want to essentially dilute down the percentage of ownership that the Freemans have, so that there can't be some type of just hostile takeover. That seems to be what's making the most sense right now. But honestly, we need to hear from MindMed. Nothing is really. I'm very confused. And in general, MindMed's been pretty hush hush about everything that's been going on. And it's been at the detriment of retail. The stock price It was down another 33% today. Things just aren't looking great for MindMed. And I'll tell you guys right now, the Freemans are not thrilled about the stock price dumping like this either. Everything the Freemans were doing was in order to support the stock price. They own a ridiculous amount of shares already. This is not something that that the Freemans wanted. So now, the way I'm thinking about this is, so MindMed clearly felt this needed to come out today. It definitely seems like this was a rushed press release. And it could have been reactionary to something going on with the Freemans. But we'll have to see how things unfold. At the end of the day, nothing about this public offering rubs me the right way. It's all rubbing me the wrong way. Like I said, the lack of detail here is it's just a head scratcher. So I'm not sure what to make of this, but at the end of the day, this is my message to investors right now. Do you guys feel that MindMed is doing everything in their power to support you guys, you retail investors? Retail investors who make up literally almost all of the float in MindMed is just retail investors. You guys are the majority. Has MindMed been working or has been doing things to support you guys? Because I feel like their lack of communication in general, a lot of the way Robert Barrow has spoken about IP in general, it's just not rubbing me the right way at all. It's quite scary, to be honest. But we should wait to hear from MindMed and see what they have to say. If they come out with another really generic press release like they did when the court documents from the Freeman Hearst case were released, that's not acceptable. MindMed has to do some serious damage control right now because this is the second offering that they're making, the second offering that they've proposed. And this one has zero detail in it for us to basically figure out what the hell is going on. So this is just not great at all. And like I said, with all the news that's been coming out around MindMed, this doesn't really inspire any confidence at all. We'll see what happens. I'd love to hear it from MindMed's camp. If you want to come on this show, do some damage control, I'd be happy to give you guys a platform. Reach out to me. My name on Reddit and Instagram is Waxing Eloquence, WAXINGELOQUENCE. Can you please just do something and let the community know what the hell is going on? Because your investors have lost, like, their investments have evaporated before their very eyes. And yes, we're in a bear market right now, but in terms of just like when you see companies like Atai and Compass, Atai, for example, they chose not to dilute during this bear market because they felt it wouldn't do justice to the share price. So instead, they secured a loan that was non-dilutive. Dude, I commend them. And their communication with their investors has been phenomenal in general. That's just one example. But MindMed is just looking worse and worse by the day. And at this point, I'm very sure that this is not the way the Freemans wanted things to shake out. So I'm excited to hear from the Freemans. Hopefully we'll have them on the show either this week or next week, or hopefully this month or next month, by the end of next month. And hopefully we'll get some type of response from MindMed. But I mean, for the community here, what I would say is, do not accept some generic corporate response. I think we need a little bit more here, because once again, this public offering is slightly troubling. So if this is just in reaction to the other public offering that might have been delayed by the Freeman's regulatory action, okay, we can take that. But at the same time, why is there no dollar amount in terms of how much they can dilute here? There's some details that need to be filled in. So yeah, I guess the question here is, what does the MindMed community feel about this? This is definitely I did not envision things going this way this quickly. So when I had said that, like, after the reverse split, I was very bearish on the company. And I mentioned that a public offering, or if they decide to actually dilute. So this is not them actually diluting yet. This is them requesting permission at some point to dilute. But I said if they do plan on diluting, with the cash that they have on hand, I think it's close to 100 million. That would be the nail in the coffin for me in terms of the sentiment, any bullish sentiment that we could have mustered behind MindMed. It just would have evaporated. Like, I try to be as unbiased as possible, but I also want to hold people accountable. And that's the goal with this channel, is to give you guys information, hold companies accountable if there is some type of shadiness going on, or if things don't look quite right, and do it in a public way. So let me know what you guys feel in the MindMed community. I'm still trying to make sense of this. I'll have more follow-up videos regarding what's going on here, and we'll see what happens. We're just going to quickly look at the MindMed chart, and then we'll call it a video. All right, friends. So basically, MindMed closed after hours at $4.06. That was a minus 33.66% loss in one day. And that's already from the tremendous losses they've seen post-reverse split. So the stock is down significantly. Originally, the fear was they consolidate the shares, which doesn't... So then when you start diluting again, it doesn't look so bad anymore. Your float's still tiny. And the reverse split that they chose, I think it was like a 15-1. It literally made the float became tiny. The float became tiny. So in terms of them diluting up now, it just wouldn't look that bad in general to new investors, but to the people who've been invested, this would suck. So anyway, so they closed down 33.66%, but in the grand scheme here, it's down much more than that. There's many psychedelic biotech companies that are down right now, but MindMed is, I guess, really trying to set the pace here. They are trying to race to the ground. So we'll see what happens out of MindMed's camp. They need to come out with some type of press release. They need to basically acknowledge their investors at this point and speak up. I would not be okay with them remaining silent through this. And we'll have to see what goes on. But since the reverse split, usually if you reverse split, you want to support the stock price with positive catalyst, bullish catalyst. There have only been bearish catalysts coming out of the MindMed camp since the reverse split. I don't know. I don't think this was intended, but this is just becoming a shit show. And it doesn't look great for MindMed and the management, who, once again, are they handling this the right way? What does the community feel about that? Are you guys satisfied with the management right now? Yeah, let me know your thoughts. Check out the comments. You can drop any of your thoughts there. If you guys want to like and subscribe to this, I'll be doing the MindMed stuff probably multiple times a week as the news comes out. And we'll have some more interesting content for you regarding the psychedelic sector itself. And obviously, as this MindMed saga unfolds, we'll keep covering this as well. My name is Adam Tabero. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.